Welcome to OG Comics Review. I'm the OG coming to you from Panama City Beach, Florida, living the three-stripe Adidas life. Guys, gals, friends, foes, and hoes. We're going to go over pulls from, I'm going to reveal a toy to you from 1966. And let's start with that. This is Major Matt Mason. Major Matt Mason came out in 1966. This is his space sled that he's supposed to have on the moon. He is a all rubber figure that has wire baked into him pretty much. He is rubber, but he has wire that's inside of him. The helmet's supposed to be removable. I leave it alone. These guys cost a lot. I bought this years and years ago. When I was a kid growing up, I knew about Major Matt Mason, but I did not have any Major Matt Mason toys growing up. This was the time, this was the late 60s, early 60s. Like I said, he came out in 1966. We were very involved with the space race, and this was just awesome. I got this at a real good price. Got it probably back in the late 90s. These guys, I've seen them for $700. In an original packaging, who knows? But I love what I got. I used to have his moon crawler. I don't know what happened to it. It's gone. Shame on me for not getting stuff out of my parents' basement in a timely manner. We're gonna go over our pulls. We're gonna start off with Silver Surfer Ghostlight. I got to tell you, this was not too bad. First appearance of Ghostlight. That's this guy right here. Silver Surfer sees his power signature, his energy signature, and starts heading towards Earth. It's pretty interesting. I'm gonna go maybe down for issue number 2. Silver Surfer is very difficult to write. He is pretty much a loner. You know, he's in space. He's a former Herald of Galactus. Well, not the first Herald, but a former Herald of Galactus, and he's kind of a vagabond soul. You know, he's out there by himself. Very difficult to write, though. In I believe it's Silver Surfer Volume 2. I think that series almost went 100 issues. Fantastic. This was fantastic. This is Greg Land. This is Wolverine and a Planet of the Apes variant. Planet of the Apes is coming, and I couldn't be happier. I grew up with Planet of the Apes. I love that science fiction. In this issue, and spoilers, we don't care here at OG Comics Review. Logan finally catches up to the Beast, and he kills him. But the Beast has got protocols in place where he's going to be resurrected on his own without the Five. Amazing. It was great. The Beast finally got his, but did he? This was a pleasant surprise. Red Goblin #1. I actually liked it. This is a symbiote, you know, like Venom or Carnage. This is a symbiote that kind of mirrors the Green Goblin. It's pretty interesting. I'm down for issue number 2. I'm really into stuff with Norman Osborn. Grew up with Spider-Man / Peter Parker and his confrontations with the Green Goblin and Norman Osborn, Gwen Stacy, that whole triangle, Harry Osborn. I like it so far. It's been a pleasant surprise. I didn't originally buy this. I bought it the second time going to my LCS. This covers by Inyek Lee. What can I say? Top 5 here. This is almost the top. This has been a little bit more. This was pretty complicated. This is Nightcrawlers. This is getting into Sins of Sinister. Sins of Sinister is fantastic. Don't sleep on the X-Men. I've told you that before. Captain Marvel. This is a Greg Land variant. It's fantastic. I got to tell you something about Captain Marvel. I've been a hater of Carol Danvers, and I've said that on many, many videos. I am slowly but surely being brought over. Kelly Thompson has done a fantastic job of writing this character. Javier Pina is the artist, and I like his style. I'd like to get something signed by him. I am going to Pensacon in 3 days. Hopefully the OG will be able to wear the mask. Why wouldn't I? There are cosplayers all around the place. So hopefully I'll be able to film a video live at a Comic-Con. It'd be fantastic. These are some of my eBay buys. Amazing Adventures of Superman. Why this means so much to the OG is, excuse me, this is Neil Adams art. I love Neil Adams art. Neil Adams was very mature art back in its day, and I got to tell you something. The young OG was really not a fan. I used to be into older Green Lantern, Green Arrow, and I could never understand why the stuff was so expensive. DC Comics kind of lag behind Marvel Comics when it comes to value. But Neil Adams, you get Neil Adams on anything, usually the price is really up. It's been up since the 70s. Dead of Night #1. This is beautiful John Romita. John, before he had to be known as John Romita Sr. John Romita, 1973. Just gorgeous artwork. I don't know if I told you guys about this, so we're going to show you again. 1966, Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos. That's Nick Fury, and that is his fight with Baron von Strucker. Fantastic. Anyway, we're going to bring this OG Comics to a close. Make sure you slap the ass on that like button. Send your questions to me. I'll get them through Messenger, and I'll address them here. I do have a question. It's a pretty complicated one. Let me get to this. In case I didn't already show you guys, Namor from Wakanda Forever. I think I did show you guys that. And this is a question I really don't have an answer for. Captain Kirk or Picard? Captain Kirk and Picard. Who outranked who in the end? What was their final rank? The only thing I could find, and I do a little research, and I'm not going to do that all the time. I'm a Star Trek fan, yes, but I'm not that type of Star Trek fan. It doesn't matter to me. I loved them both. Actually, I prefer Pike and Janeway. Yeah. Anyway, they both made Admiral. And I do have one more. They were both admirals. I don't know how far that goes. Who Rear Admiral? There's a lot. I tried to look up the rankings of Admiral, and it's pretty deep. Admiral, Rear Admiral, back in Admiral. I don't know, but I enjoyed both characters. I'm not going to say who was better than who. I actually think Janeway was ranked higher than any of them in the end. But like all of them, she loses her rank because she does something. I think she went back in time and to kill the Borg. Okay, another question. And this comes from... who is this? This is David Alcantar in Tucson, Arizona. Thank you, David. Star Wars versus Star Trek. Guys, it wasn't always Star Wars versus Star Trek for the OG. Actually, it was Lost in Space versus Wild Wild West. Yes, I loved Wild Wild West. Robert Conrad, James West. Loved, man crush on that guy. It's like I wanted to be James West. Lost in Space. One of these days we're going to show you more of the B9 robots. I do have a Jupiter 2 that I've got to put together as soon as I find it. We're still moving into the room, but I'll share that with you when I get it. Anyway, we're going to bring this one to an end. Make sure you visit your local comic book store. Dig into those long boxes. Share with the OG what you find. We'll talk about them. We will see you on the flip side.